on Discord. It is on Twitter. Is it on Twitter? Did it go? But on. Let's go. Okay. Fire. Okay.
Bye.
Dude, my mom under like literally until like 10 minutes ago, she was playing the fucking drums downstairs with her friends, and I was like, "Dog, you better be wrapping up soon because like, that shit is loud as fuck." She does this Japanese thing called called taiko. It's a Japanese massive
drum,
like cow skin drum thing, and it's loud as fuck. And it's like boom, 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 and it's just like fucking insane. And so she was like, "Oh, like I met these people and they want to learn, so I'm just gonna teach them." And so they're downstairs, and I was like, "Fuck me! Like I hope you guys are done by 12 because that shit is so loud."
Oh my god, that is like not what you want to hear as a YouTuber, as a creator.
Oh my god! Like. But I just sent this email or this Facebook message out to this dude. He's like a college kid, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm looking to sublease my apartment in Seattle. It's like fucking beautiful. Everything's set up how you want." And he was basically like, "Look, I'm showing the apartment to like 4 people today. If they don't pull through, he's like, we can sign it today." And I was like, "I'm done. I'm ready. I'm good to go." And so if they fail, I'm getting an apartment like today, and I'm leaving like this week or next week or something. So
no way,
happens, that'd be wild.
Oh my god, I hope so, man. That is so exciting. That is so exciting.
But anyways, what's up with you before we get started? Anything?
I'm good, bro. I've just been like same as you. Sometimes I can't even process my thoughts. I've been so busy. That's why I'm like trying to understand how the hell you do things. So getting in a bit of your like getting some of the tactics that you're using to crush out 2 videos a day, as well as TikTok. Well as everything that you do.
Dude, the TikTok, well, I think the main thing for me is that since I'm so full, I think it's because I've watched Gary for so long that he's literally in my head, but not talking to me. He's just part of my thinking now. But I think the biggest tip I have for you or anyone who's trying to make more content about NFTs is not make all of it focus on getting something for someone. Like most of my content doesn't get anything for anybody. It's just like entertainment. So I look at it for entertainment, and I really think entertainment's the answer. And that's why I've always pushed the videos for the NFT projects and stuff. I just really, really believe in entertainment because it fucking works. Like it always works. All my drama videos where I'm like the what's it called? That scam NFT project from the other day. That video got 1,000 views within like 24 hours. I was like, I guess I can just see the entertainment value of it, and I focus more on that because, I mean, I don't know. I don't fucking know because everyone else is I feel like everybody else is making money content, and it's like you can make money doing this and that. It all just kind of becomes white noise or something.
Yeah,
but
I'm with you, man.
Anyways, okay. What's up, everybody? If you're in this chat right now, we're gonna get started. We have Tea Time with Tom, episode.
Let's just say 28.
28. Episode 20 fucking 8. That's how long we've been going. We've got a shit ton of stuff to talk about. NFT market update. I'm gonna go and share my screen. We're gonna fly through these stories real quick. We're gonna talk about the crypto markets. Are we bull? Is this shit happening? Because we see a lot. I see a lot of green. And then what else? Yeah, Alex Becker tweeting. That's not normal. Alex Becker's usually very quiet until a bull market's incoming. So that's interesting. We've got this guy saying we're not looking bullish for NFTs for a long, long time. We're going to take a look at the top projects, how OpenSea's doing. We talk about the scam that happened, where people got arrested. We have MoonPay. We have my conspiracy on Azuki and MoonPay. We're talking about Azuki how it randomly pounds. We got Doge Pound, Antonym, a couple projects that went lower than I ever expected. Honestly, we have Evaverse, a pretty big announcement coming, and we have OpenSea potentially with another big announcement coming as well, which that hasn't been confirmed or denied yet. But this one's pretty funny about their taxes. I made a tweet about that yesterday. We have the Bored Ape Yacht coming out with their merch or whatever you want to call that shit. We have OpenSea connecting with the fuck? This should be over here. Hold on. We've OpenSea and onboarding Solana NFTs, which was very, very controversial all over Twitter. So I'm sure you guys are excited to talk about it because I was excited to talk about that shit, and I'm interested to hear your perspective on this. This is a great comment right here by Jack. He says, you do the research than entertainment with your knowledge. That's the key. See, that's exactly it. Because Tom, you also have the gift of gab, like I do, where we can just kind of blabber and something comes out. Something comes out of it that's good. And your shit's good, dude. Like your shit's really good. I think I don't know. I think you're underrated. I think you're underrated. I think in your head maybe you don't think you're as good as you are on YouTube, but you really are one of the only YouTubers that I care to watch because you have the entertainment value.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so like the same as you. One of the reasons I love tuning into you, like I honestly, it's and your ability to just like riff, but also I love that you drop the F-bomb. Like I honestly, like every time you drop it, I'm like, this guy has a piece of his brain that is like mine, and I just relate to it, and I find. I remember, like, let's just talk about. I'll talk about quickly a story about the F word. And when I was like a young child, I was like maybe 6 or something. I obviously heard it, and very impressionable, very intelligent young child, young boy, super smart, very wise, and used to start dropping the F-bomb when I was like 6. And my
6 years old.
Yeah, early. So my uncle took me aside and was like, "You can't say that. Like, what do you think you're playing at? You cannot say the F word."
Yeah.
And it's one of the biggest challenges that I've always had. And this is why I do what I do now. And I'm loving what I do now, is because I've always hated authority.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I've always hated being told what to do. Like it is something, it is just when you know your kind of personality and your skill set and what you're good at, what you're bad at, like potentially that is maybe a bad thing, maybe potentially it's a good thing, but I like questioning stuff. I like being questioning the status quo. And I don't know why. I think maybe when I was like 5 or 6 and my uncle was like, "You can't say the F word," I was like,
fuck
in
off.
my head I was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. That's so funny, dude.
And
That's
now
so funny.
now I'm here. So when I listen to you speak, I'm like, a little piece of my brain, your brain and my brain. Love it.
Well, it's funny because I used to drop it way more, and I think I had a lot of people saying like, "Yo, quit cussing. It's like annoying." And at first I was like, "No, like it's like a thing." And then I was like, you know what? If I cuss too much, it does start to like Gary V also had this realization this past year. He was like, "I stopped saying fuck so much." He was because it takes away from my main core message. He goes, and I care more about that than cussing. He goes, so I understand the thing with cussing, and so I dropped the cuss word. I dropped the F word still probably at least 2 or 3 times in a video, but in a 12-minute video, me saying fuck every 3 or 4 minutes doesn't take away from the video. I used to say it like every sentence.
I mean, I know, I fucking know, man. I know because I used to watch it. I was like, I love this. Like, I could feel like you were speaking to me directly. I was like, this is a dude.
Hilarious.
But I have noticed how you have toned it down, and I have also done the same to make sure that, because I've watched myself back in videos, I've been like, wow, I did say the F word too many times there, and it was not appropriate, and I just consider it a word that has a lot of like depth and passion around it.
Exactly. And if you save it, it means more. When I say fuck in the middle of a video, it's like, hey, pay attention to what I just said. So I try to utilize it like importantly. And also like it doesn't come up as much because I'm not hanging out with as many people anymore. And so when you hang out with people, you fucking say fuck every fucking third fucking word. And it's just like, oh my God, so yeah.
Anyways, we are not allowed to say the F word for the rest of this live stream.
No more cussing. Let's just talk. Well, we don't even need to. The market's fucking good. Bitcoin at 47K, Ethereum at 3,400, holding steady. Look at this shit. That's steady. That looks interesting to me. We've got Cardano up 100, not 100%, up 11% in the last 7 days. Everyone's laughing about that. Alex Becker's been going on a tear on Twitter, just like fucking just. Oh, it's so funny, dude. Like it's so funny.
It is so funny.
Everything's up, dude. Everything's up. My markets, well, at least for me, I'm not up that much, so I don't even care that much. There's a couple where I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just get out and use this money somewhere else. I definitely am better on NFTs, so I have used a little bit of that. And yeah, Alex Becker, dude. Alex Becker does not come on Twitter that often, and he really only comes during the cusp of a bull market. I've noticed the last 3 markets is how it's been done, and he's right a lot of the time, but he's also wrong sometimes. But he really is only out when he thinks there's a bull run coming. So he's also made a couple tweets here. I don't know exactly where the one is, but he said something about the way he looks at it now is that um, where we're at in the market, you either will lose 50% of your money or you'll make like 500% gains. So in his head, he's like, I can either lose 20K or I'll make like 100,000. So he goes, in my head, that's worth it. So that's the risk he's taking. I want people to know that that's the risk you're taking. We could go straight back down. This could be a bull trap or whatever you call it, and could go right back down. So if you're up right now or you're like stable and you're like, shit, I don't have what it takes to go through another bear market potentially, then probably get out and liquidate. That would be my advice. We also have but yeah, that for crypto, that's all I have. So any thoughts on crypto, Tom?
No, just so like the one thing that I've kind of like picked up on in the past week, whilst we've seen all these green candles, was the fact that we've seen the similar kind of correlation with the OpenSea trading volume. So as in we've seen a slight increase in OpenSea trading volume after like a little bit of a dip, which to me is like, that's the big thing that we've seen in the past in typical NFT bull cycles is that there's been an inverse correlation between trading markets and NFT trading markets that we've seen. When we see Ethereum dip, we see people moving their liquidity into NFTs, and when we've seen Ethereum and Bitcoin go up, we've seen like drop off because people are wanting to get out and like make the most out of like altcoins.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only thing that I would say, like, we have seen some serious price action in lot of these projects in the past week.
It's wild. We are in a very interesting time where there is no rhyme or reason to jack shit anymore. I just read an article saying peace about, like, literally we're on the cusp of peace season with Russia and Ukraine. I'm like, wait, what? I thought we were about to have World War III. I'm like, what do you mean there's talks of peace right now? I'm like, oh my God, okay. So things are going and things are moving. Here's the weird, okay, let me read this one comment. He said, okay, don't rub me your face, but I told you so. Your channel is great, but liquidity and macroeconomics are more important than NFT markets, rising inflation, crypto prices decreasing consumer spending, NFT dilution. We're months away before we go back to another bull market. I said, I don't think you're right. But what's really interesting about the world right now is that, and this is actually a little bit into my psyche. This is why I've made so many random shit related to NFT videos. Like, what sex has to do with NFTs? What Will Smith punching Chris Rock at the Oscars has to do with NFTs? Like, we are in a world right now where I'm so convinced we're in some kind of dumb game simulation shit, because none of this is making any sense, for one. And two, everything is mirroring each other. Everything in my life, everything in the NFT market is mirrored out in the real world right now. And people are like, well, the NFT world's not real. Like, no, dude, if you look at the fucking patterns of shit, everything is going in unison right now. TikTok is the number one app. It's passing YouTube. That's bizarre. Okay, like, we are in a world right now where things are moving at the speed of fucking light. It is wild. There's like literally 2 weeks ago, we were like on the cusp of World War III. Like, literally on the cusp. Everyone was like panicking about World War III, to the point where I was like, oh my God, are we really about to go to war for real? And now we're like, yeah, like Ukraine, like Russia, yeah, like I don't really see any like campaigns anymore. Like, everyone's kind of tired of it. All I see is fucking Will Smith punching Chris Rock memes. So like, it's just
yeah, it's a crazy time. It's a super crazy time, and I would definitely say that over the past few kind of weeks, which have been like hideously atrocious,
that
the Will Smith punching Chris Rock thing was, a nice bit of entertainment for us. Like,
it was.
The world really needed that. Really needed Chris Rock to get slapped the fuck up.
Dude, I was surprised by people's reactions too. Like, Joe Rogan, I thought was going to be like, ah, but he was like, dude, that was fucking unwarranted. And I was like, wow. I don't know. Yeah. I was very surprised by the response.
I've watched his reaction as well, and I was like, it was an overreaction.
Oh, yeah, dude, it was weird. It's fucking weird. He was like crying. He was literally about to cry. He was like, keep it out, you fucking. He's just like.
It was so weird. Oh. Like, you think about this dude who's literally played the most characters of all time. The most fucking, you are not getting past Will Smith. To like, he's clearly going through a load of shit, and I feel sorry for him. But
well, here's the weird thing. I saw a comment on this, which was super weird to me. And he goes, I think Will Smith thinks he's in a movie. And I was like, oh my God, that man really punched him in the face and just walked away. Like,
yeah, he does. He definitely does. He lives So
Oh my god.
these guys who live like these Hollywood like superstars,
Mhm.
they remember like Will Smith has been at the top of A-list celebs
Right,
for
right.
nearly 30 years, right? Like nearly
Mhm.
30 years now. And he, yeah, he, you know, even in his first year, he would have like gone from being, okay, well, normal life to fucking way out there, as in
Yeah.
no normality forever. And
Mhm.
these guys just live in a world where they play these characters, and the rules, the normal, and they, you know, there's not a conspiracy, but there's this feeling like, especially for the ultra wealthy,
Mhm.
where they are more likely inclined to break rules because for them, if
Again.
a fine is
Yeah.
fuck all, like a
Yeah.
fine to a billionaire or a millionaire is nothing. And so it's like they'll speed, they'll like do whatever, they'll push the limits because they feel like they can pay for it, they can pay it off.
Well,
And same with,
honestly, like I see the same with anyone who has enough money or a job where they don't require a like a it doesn't like for example, if I go full time YouTube and I'm being paid by YouTube and I'm being paid by sponsorships and whatnot, if I get arrested for something that just doesn't really matter that much, it doesn't affect anything. So it's just like, like fuck it, and I'm like,
yeah,
and if you're an ultra celebrity, fuck all, dude. Like literally, like, I
exactly,
don't care. So
exactly. Like Will Smith just was like absolutely not thinking that the world had rules for him.
and it doesn't, bro. He fucking won the Oscar immediately after, and everyone was hugging him and consoling him just so he does it. And Chris Rock is saying they're like, just for real? Like he literally
Yeah.
was like, "What is going on?" But also we have Yusuf here asking. We always got a question about Hape, dude. Everybody's interested about Hape, and I also noticed. I don't know. Wait, do you want to bring this to attention of your PFP?
Yeah, so I sold my Hape last week.
Oh wow, did not know
And
that.
yeah, it was something that I hadn't really considered, but like the reality was is that for my situation, like that extra liquidity, like 2 ETH,
Yeah.
to reinvest that in projects where I could see some like really positive sentiment, and I just considered it smart trading.
Yeah.
I think that we've said this. I said this in a quote last week. I made up this quote. I was like, if you want to stay broke in NFTs, if you want to stay broke, get emotionally
Yeah.
get emotionally tied into
Yeah.
NFTs. And Cade, you've been through this yourself in the past few weeks. We've spoken about it with some specific projects. You've got to be like objective and agnostic to people's opinions. You've
Mhm.
just got to go off what you feel. And like by no means do I feel like Hape aren't going to deliver. For me, I was like, well, I can deploy my capital more intelligently right now, put it
Yeah.
into projects that have more short-term upside.
Mhm.
And then, I hope the hope is that I benefit from that strategic decision, and then I can redeploy capital back into Hape at a point when I feel like it's a better entry point, and
Yeah.
I can afford to. At the end of the day, I'm not a fucking millionaire yet, so I can't just keep capital sat in places where it's not working for me. Like that
Mhm.
isn't smart trading. I am not a HODL believer. Like I fucking think that is the densest, stupidest mindset mentality in the space. It is way too early to be having that kind of mentality. So yeah,
Yeah.
I took that ETH and I deployed it into another project that launched the other day, World of Women, that I felt had higher upside in the more short term to medium term. Simple.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. With the whole HODL mentality, I think I also share your belief there with a twist. I think hodling is dumb for the most part because what you can do well, if you have a good gut feeling and you've been in the market enough and you understand economics, you understand how markets go because you've been here, you can swing trade really fucking easily. You can look at a project and say this is going to be good long term, but there's no reason not to sell this right now and just wait to buy it back in and have profit. Like that's the one thing where it's dumb. Unless you're buying a project that's undervalued and it's staying undervalued, then you hold that because you think it'll be worth more in the end. But with like Bored Ape Yacht Club, for example, if you had held Bored Ape Yacht Club all the way through to today, you could say, oh, it was worth it. I got my ape coin, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, but you also could have sold at 120 ETH for the last two bull markets straight and then bought back in at 50. Like you're a fucking idiot for holding your Bored Ape because you could have made 100 ETH profit and got your ape coin and probably bought multiple apes with that money. So it's just like the HODL mentality is dumb in that sense. I think also, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. What? Oh, until there's major news, it's kind of dead. I think you're right as far as like the sentiment around Hape. I don't think the project like it's not like they're not working.
No,
Like they have
like
to work to make the major news happen.
exactly.
So
Like I know from staying in relative close contact with the project that the team are working very hard.
mhm.
It just takes time. Me and Cade know this. We know it takes time to build stuff. Whether it's they've got big ambitions and it's going to take time.
Yeah.
I think the biggest maybe failure on their part is really not being very proactive with like strategic partnerships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real like that
For
is just
short term, like it just
yeah
depends like what their
short
goals are.
term.
But for other people, they're like, I thought you were gonna partner up and all these things. The same with Antonym. That's probably why Antonym is down bad right now. People are like, I thought you guys were gonna change the world, and I think they're like, we are. We're just fucking trying to right now, and I think people just don't care for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, if it, like we said it
so
before, people are in this space. People are too impatient, and
yeah, that's the
I,
main problem.
I'm cool with that because I'll play off people's impatience. Like
Hmm. Exactly.
I
Yeah.
will trade on people's impatience.
It's
Uh,
easy. It's fucking easy. If you've been paying
yeah,
attention, it's really not hard. If you just got in like January, it's gonna be hard. But if you've been here for at least two bull runs and two bear cycles, you know some stuff, And if you think you don't, either you really suck and you haven't been paying attention, you haven't been doing your due diligence, or you do know and you just don't, you're not confident. And that's where you
yeah,
just have to believe in it. You have to do a couple trades, run with it, see what happens, and say, okay, do I actually know what I'm talking about, or do I suck? And if you
yeah,
realize, hey, I'm actually not bad at this, then when you have a gut feeling about something, go in, pull the trigger, and do that thing, make the trade, whatever you're going to do, and remain with your convictions. The biggest tip here is going to be when you make a decision, make sure you've actually thought it through. Because if it's a decision that's going to take more than a couple of weeks, a lot of shit happens in a couple of weeks, and you
yeah,
need to be confident in that decision. And if you go 1 week in and you're like, I don't know about this decision, I'm just fuck it, and you just cut your losses, and then the next week something happens, you're like, shit, I shouldn't have done that. You need to remember why you did. If you know that you made a good decision and it was 2 weeks ago, and you can't really remember why or what, but you know that you were confident when you made that decision, it's going to be a lot easier to stick with it, and you'll probably thank yourself in the long term.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I have a load of projects. Well, not a load, but I've got a few projects that I'm holding that have definitely like dumped in value.
Yeah,
But
same.
my thesis around them hasn't changed. Like
Well,
I'm
it's like
just
you're still buying it. Like if you buy in the bear run, you
yeah,
still bought on clearance. Like it's just okay. Maybe you didn't
exactly.
buy the bottom. Like with Dogecoin, I bought Dogecoin at 0.9 to make a point because I told I fucking everybody that I was gonna buy under 1 ETH, and I kept my promise. Even though it was at 4 ETH at one point, everyone's making fun of me. I still bought it under one, but it's at 0.6 ETH. That's way less than I never thought it would in my entire life. Thought it would go under 0.75, but it did. And it's just one of those things. Like I still bought it on clearance, so it's still gonna go, and I'm gonna be in profits in the bull. It doesn't even matter. I am kicking myself because I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But it's like I couldn't have known that. Nobody could know that it would keep dropping, and
Yeah.
that's something to take. But this is a good question here by Koi. Is there a bull run if ETH is climbing? I think if ETH continues to climb like this, which it's not, by the way, it did this and now it's doing this. This is when an NFT bull run happens. And just because crypto is doing well right now, everyone just runs with it. Oh, crypto's up, it's going up, and it's like, no, hold the fuck on, dude. Like this shit happens a lot.
Yeah.
This happens more often than not. That's probably what's going to happen. So if this happens, NFTs are going to fly, and that's what I think. I know everyone says April is a big month for crypto, but like you can't just look at it and say, oh, because last year it was big, it will be this year. And like, last whatever thing happened and it came true. It's like, okay, well, that doesn't have to happen each time. There wasn't a fucking war happening last time too.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of different factors.
A lot of the factors in like straight in kind of like recent times. Think back to April last year. What was NFT trading volume on OpenSea in April last year? Fucking zero.
Yeah.
So you think about the amount of cash being pushed around or ETH being pushed around, then compared to now, but different. Like especially when you have crypto maxis who are coming into the NFT space because they know that they can make bigger gains,
Yeah.
shorter time periods. So yeah, I just think again when we spoke about this a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago when the war started. I just see that as that was the kind of catalyst to things cooling down.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think, yeah, if you guys can keep in your head that a lot of shit has to happen, not just ETH stalling. There's gotta be a lot of factors. There has to also be usually some kind of figurehead leading the charge a little bit, and we don't got one right now. There's a lot of projects that are very hyped. Here's interesting. Here's an interesting a tweet I saw, but also I noticed this before. There's some projects that had over 100K that did not sell out their mint, and I'm like, well, damn. Either they bought all their followers or people really don't give a fuck right now. And I thought that was super interesting.
Can you name and shame?
Um, well, I mean, I could. I just don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I
I
can't.
really don't remember. But I saw a couple. I saw two this week where I
Yeah.
was on Twitter and I said, "Oh my god!" Like, let me see. And then I'm like, "Oh my god!" They literally have like 3 ETH volume traded, and I'm like, "Whoa!"
So one of them off on memory now. I think was Small Bros. Small Bros was one
That
of them.
actually might have been it. Hold on, let me
Like
check.
that was really hyped, and then they just struggled big time. And there was a really low entry as well. Like I think from memory, I don't know if they had reached 100K, but like they were hyped as fuck last week.
Let's see. So they have 140K, followed by a lot of people I know. No, it's not this one. It was a project that had like 110,000 followers, and they had like literally no volume on their OpenSea. Like they either sold out or they barely sold out, but either way, it was like 2.5 Ethereum trade, not 2.5 thousand, 2.5 Ethereum trade, and I was like, whoa, that is horrible.
Wow.
So that sucks, and it shows that followers really don't matter. And so it kind of helped me because I'm like, on Twitter, I'm doing well on Twitter, but there's a lot of people who have way more than me, but they also do whitelist giveaways every other day. And that's
Yeah.
if you get 4,000 new followers a day from whitelist giveaways, that's not the same as having, you don't really have 100,000 followers. You probably have like 10,000, and so
even less, bro. Like the reality is that it is, if you, it is a game. Like the guy, you can either choose to play the game or you don't. Like I'm kind of in the process of playing the game just because I kind of I see the potential upside gain. Who knows? Like whether it just opens doors. And at the moment, for me, I'm like, I feel like we're in a space where open doors can be very, can be really good just from a networking perspective. So I'm just using it strategically. 100%. But yeah, completely agree. Like all those people, they don't give a fuck who you are. They just entered because they could win a whitelist. It does.
Most of them are gonna unfollow you. Most of them unfollow you, or they fucking don't see your shit anyway. And it's not like I have 1 million followers and all my people are super engaged too. Like it's hard. Like engagement is fucking hard. There's not that many accounts who get a lot of engagement, and the problem is a lot of them get engagement only on certain posts, and it's just like it depends on what you care about. So it really does depend on what you care about. And also the problem is a lot of brands will also focus on the numbers, which sucks. But that's the reality of it. But the only thing you really can do is set yourself up for success. Like we were talking about earlier, how I make my content in a certain way so that it appears more monetizable. And so that does help me. But also I'm laying out the groundwork for like shows like this. Like we have a better chance of getting sponsored than a YouTuber with 100K because this is a 1 hour to 1.5 hour podcast setup, like show setup.
Yeah.
And that's a way more big opportunity for a brand to be like if Celsius sponsors this podcast and I just, post up my Celsius right here for an hour and a half, have their link. Like that's way more impressive.
You have to.
I gotta hold it here.
You have to hold it. Yeah, you're not allowed
right
to
in the
move.
Corner. I'll just tape it to my mic and keep it right here. But yeah, I mean that's where we're laying the groundwork now. Like I'm not going to be surprised if we get a big sponsorship on this show. It'd be lit. I hope it happens. I think it will.
Man.
So we're starting out. Even though we get a few hundred views each time, but fuck it.
It's happening. Like this is my favorite time every single week is like chilling here with you guys and catching up with you. Awesome. Like it's great. it was the reason I fucking I remember. Do you remember I messaged you one of the first times I messaged you, and I was like, dude, because you basically like you put out either a video or like a tweet, and it sounded like you were really getting overwhelmed with shit. And I was like, bro, if you ever just want to jump on a quick a call a couple of times, once every couple of weeks, just to talk about strategy and stuff and how to. And you just you had no idea who the fuck I was.
I didn't know you were a YouTuber. And so I was like, oh, it's just a random guy. I was like, oh yeah, thanks, sure. And then I looked at your thing and I was like, wait, fuck, this is a content creator. That was funny.
And this is exactly what I was hoping for. Just to be able to catch up with someone who's in the same trench as you, just doing the same stuff, encountering the same struggles, and just being able to chat shit. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, Sylvie.
Yeah, that actually means a lot. That's fucking awesome.
That
We
does,
might
man.
be the only NFT show on YouTube, actually. I don't think there's any other shows. So, I mean, there's a couple like podcast shows, but they don't stand a chance. Okay. Anyways, all right.
Yeah, talk about this.
Let's move on. So we've got. Oh yeah, just for top prize real quick, we got World Women Galaxy, which is the project you and I both bought into. Who knows if we bought into at a good point? I think the floors dipped by like 0.1 since we bought in, which is no problem. I just like this brand. I've gotten actually. We'll drop the alpha here for everyone who's listening. World of Women Galaxy gives me major fucking Mutant Ape Yacht Club vibes, major because of the brand that World of Women has, and they have one of the strongest messages and strongest brands and strongest followings in the entire NFT space. I don't care what you say, they do. And
Yeah.
World of Women Galaxy is a very cheap buy-in, and this just gives me massive rumblings of what happened with Mutant Ape Yacht Club. It was undervalued for a very long time. It was trading below 4 ETH at one point for a long fucking time. And this is a project that if as long as World of Women just keeps doing their shit right, keep copying Board Ape Yacht Club like everyone does. And if they have their strong following, there's no reason this World of Women Galaxy project shouldn't keep going up to the moon. And I think they're going to copy something along the lines that Board Ape Yacht Club did. And a lot of projects have their token, a lot of projects have a companion project, and I think the ones with the strongest brands are going to win. And anything tied to it, this already has a super high value. That's like $5,000, bro. That's
Yeah.
not cheap, and
Yeah.
so it's expensive. It's like 10 or 12 ETH floor to get into the Board Ape Yacht Club version of this, which is the World of Women. And a 1.4, I think is I don't know if it's over or undervalued, but I think it's a fair value.
So we spoke about this the other day when we were like considering getting into this, and we had listened to another show who was talking about it, and they were talking about the way to potentially, to potentially try to pull some logic around whether it's over or undervalued, and that is just looking at the ratio of floor price between the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the Mutant Ape Yacht Club collections, and just taking a look. And apparently the Mutant Ape Yacht Club seemingly tends to potter at like in between 21 to 26% of value to the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And so at the moment when we bought into World of Women Galaxy the other day, it was sitting at around 16% of what the floor price for the main collection was. So like we went off a pretty, whether it's dumbass or not, like we're trying to at least put some sort of strategy into our buys and think, okay, well, if this is undervalued right now, then there's at least some potential short-term upside for it to just level off to maybe the same trading ratio, floor price ratio, but then also looking long-term in exactly what Cade said, like I don't need to build on that, like completely agree with everything about it's such a strong brand, and I just only see it getting stronger. Like it to me, it's just so obvious.
Yeah. And you bet on, like, I've just changed the way I look at investing a little bit. And NFTverse put out like the perfect fucking tweet to show exactly what we're talking about. And also, actually, real quick before I show that, Koi, what do you think about the criticism about the art being too similar to World of Women? I fucking love it. And I talked about this in my video. That's my opinion, but I like it because it's like
exactly.
If you've got World of Women or World of the Galaxy, I'm not gonna pay $3.99 for Twitter Blue and to prove that I have which one or the other. It's like I don't give a fuck. And it's like, dude, you can pay 1.4 ETH to get into a project that is super fucking powerful. It's a brand, and there's barely a difference. And I'm like, dude, that is really good for onboarding a lot of new people, in my opinion.
Dude, I couldn't have said it better. Like,
but I also bought it, so maybe I'm biased.
Celebrate, man. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the collection. God damn right. Yeah. There's no difference. There's no difference.
I'm really fucking happy. If I had a World of Women Genesis, though, I'd be like, those motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But anyway, here's Angel NFT versus. Is Angel his name, by the way?
Angel, I assume.
Angel, that's his name?
I assume. I think so, yeah.
Angel said, bet on ecosystems is the move right now. Bored Ape Yacht Club, all the Bored Ape Yacht Club things. World of Women, bet on that project. V-Friends, I agree. I think Cool Cats, Cool Pets is also a good one. You bet on ecosystems. You bet on the whole ecosystem as a whole. And we know this because Bored Ape Yacht Club proves it. If Bored Ape Yacht Club goes up, Mutant Ape Club goes up, Kennel Club goes up, ApeCoin goes up, everything goes up if the Bored Ape Yacht Club goes up. And likewise, everything below it, as it goes down, it also goes down. So it's great for a swing trade. It's fucking easy. If you want to play with some degen money, you buy one of these. If you want to play even more degen, you buy one of these or like ApeCoin or something, and you just trade off the news. And it's like, it makes that shit easy as fuck.
Bro, I hadn't even
in my
seen
opinion.
I haven't even seen this tweet, and
Yes, go on.
I'm like, well, okay, well, fuck. If someone who I respect, I know you respect as well, like has got a great take on just NFTs, and the market in general, like if that is, yeah, I hadn't seen this, but
Yeah.
I
I mean,
completely
what
agree.
World of Women really is. I mean, there's a reason I bought it. And like, I don't care. I know the project's going to go up in value, so I'm down, and I'll swing trade it, and I'll buy back in. But this is a project and a brand I've been wanting to get in since World of Women was, I think, like 2 or 3 or 4 ETH. I just didn't. I don't know. I think my mindset wasn't there to buy it, and I should have. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to miss this opportunity again because it really gives me Bored Ape Yacht Club, Munich Yacht Club vibes.
Yeah.
So fuck it. I don't fucking know if it's going to happen. Either way, I don't care because I also like this project to just be in it anyway. And so it made this really an easy decision for me.
So,
Also,
bro,
the
like,
fact that I found 2 ETH in my ledger, which was random as fuck, but wild.
So like this brings up a good example of how we've spoken about this before, about one of my trading strategy is to flip my way up into
Mhm.
blue chips. And the reason is that, like, once you get into those ecosystems, the swings that you can make off the like pumps and dips are vastly larger, and you
Yeah,
see
dude, way
massive,
higher.
really more, like, also kind of not safer, but more
Dude, it's
kind of more
safer. If buying a blue chip is way safer than buying a degen project.
absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, like it's if you guys, if you guys are new here, I know that we have a lot of regulars, so it's good to see the faces and the names. But if there's anyone new here, that is the idea. Ideally, that's where you want to get to, because not only do you make coin on those, like,
Mhm.
those swings, you're going to get into those communities which are very tight, very fun,
100%.
and amazing networking opportunities, which
And they don't go down in value as much. Like, I
yeah,
mean, they could, but they're also just not going. Like, if you buy a degen project, it could very well go to 0.01 ETH. And you could
yeah,
have bought it 0.5 or 0.2 or 0.3. But if you buy a project that's, holding steady at 1 ETH during a bear market or a bull market, it's like, okay, well, it'll go down probably to like 0.4, 0.5, but it's like you're not going to lose all your money if it's an established project that people do care about. Also, if you're in the chat right now, there's 27 people watching this video right now. There's literally 12 likes. That is disrespectful. Click the like button, smash the like button for us. Follow Tom, follow all of us. All the links are down in the description below. But yes, click the like button. And also, if you are a OG, if you, or not OG, but if this is not your first rodeo, you watched a couple of these shows already, let us know and say OG, say OG in the chat if you've been here and you've watched more than one, and then say what should we say if this is your first show that you've watched? Mm, say shit. I can't think of a word.
imagine that. Imagine having so
Oh
many,
fuck.
like hundreds of thousands of words in the English language dictionary, and you can't even think
Oh,
of
okay,
one.
okay. Noob. If you no, actually, I don't want. That sounds bad. No, not noob. Okay, so oh shit, there's a lot of OGs in here. Oh my god.
Lot
Yeah,
of
so appreciate you
OGs.
guys being in here. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish this thing was faster. Damn, we got a lot of fucking OGs. Okay, if you're new, just fucking say new, I guess. That's not, let's just say, yeah, if you're new and if this is your first show, appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video live with us. Just say new, or not noob. Someone typed in noob. I mean, you can type noob. I just said new. I feel like noob makes you like, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, we appreciate you guys liking the video. We appreciate you guys subscribing. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Tom's gonna get there way before me, so let's get him to 10,000 fucking subscribers. That's gonna be wild. That'll be a big day.
Do you think we can cross the line holding hands? Maybe we might do. We might. It might happen.
No, no, you're gonna
Yeah,
get
it
there
might.
way before me.
It seriously might happen. I think that you're probably growing faster than I am. So
It
I'm
depends on the videos that I post that week. Some videos I've gotten 2,000 subscribers in a day randomly for no reason, and I've also gotten 3. It really depends
yeah.
on what's going on in the market, what videos I post. If I post a hate beast video, I'm gonna get a couple more subscribers than not. But yeah, anyways, hey, we just got a fuckload of comments and likes, so we appreciate all you guys for real. That was
Thank you,
girls and
guys.
guys and whatever pronouns make you feel comfortable. We appreciate all of you. Okay, so let's move on. We got Frosties. We covered this in a YouTube video, by the way. I've been crushing the content this past week. There's just been, I don't even know, dude. I've really like made 2 videos a day like a thing, which is wild. But yeah, this video about Frosty's NFT, they basically caught these founders of 20-year-olds kids getting charged with 2 accounts each of 20-year sentences, so 40 years total. Yeah, 40 years total of scam fraud shit, and so they're literally in prison right now. That's wild. So props to them. I guess an attorney just was like, "Fuck all y'all, I'm sending you to jail." So they got caught. This project is, I mean, the project's probably done for. Let's be honest. It's being run by the community, but the community doesn't know what they're doing. I mean, no community knows what they're doing. That's why you have a team. So yeah, that's what happened there. That was pretty wild. If you guys want to see the full story here, I think it's a 12-minute video. I also have a TikTok where I covered it in like 2 minutes. What else? What else? Okay, I also made an Azuki MoonPay video, but essentially Madonna got in. I made a video called The Conspiracy, which I think I'm pretty on point with because we've seen like 4 celebrities now with MoonPay getting into Bored Ape Yacht Club. We all know they're already getting free Bored Ape Yacht Club essentially to do. It's a brand deal. That's what it is. And in this video, I even showed it. I think it was a clip with you and me actually. With actually no, it's the new video. I have a Bored Ape Yacht Club conspiracy video coming out today. I think tonight, where I talked about it, and we have a clip, you and me, about where I was talking about it. There's brand deals happening in the NFT world, and people who are doing them don't realize that they're not brand deals. They are people throwing their money into something, thinking they're going to get more, and they don't. Brand deals are not the same. Brand deals are, hey, we like this thing, buy it because it'll help your life. It's not, hey, buy this because it'll go up in value. This is an asset. So it's kind of unfair, in my opinion. It's just a little bit different, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Here we go. Okay, so we have World Women Galaxy. We just talked about that 1.4 floor. We got Azuki at 18 point. That was fucking wild, but that's why I made the video, because they pumped up randomly. I thought ApeCoin was the main reason, because people were like, well, what about their big announcement? And I was like, okay, and who the fuck can afford to buy a 12 ETH project anyways? Like, the only people who can afford that are people who just got airdropped tens of thousands of dollars. I was like, that's my opinion on it. And I got roasted in the comments about it, but whatever. Okay, Dogepound, yeah, 0.62. They got down to 0.6, I think is the lowest they've gone. I was shocked at that. They were literally at a 4 ETH floor this fall, I think it was, is when they pumped up. I forget why they pumped so hard. I just remember because I was trading them, and them and Creature World both went up to like 4 ETH. And it was insane. This must have been, October. So they went up to 4 ETH. And then since then, it's been a little bit of a downtrend, but I think their brand is really, really strong. I think they'll continue to do good stuff. And also Antonym, this project, I was very surprised. If you guys remember this project, I have my doubts about this. Whoa, look at that. Oh, okay. I thought that was on the floor. Never mind.
So
I was
like,
about to literally buy that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've seen. I know this is. It seems to be a very polarizing collection again. I personally don't see why. Like, I mean, like we say, art is subjective. I look at this and I fucking think it's fire. Like, I think all of them look cool. I think the amount of effort and energy and time. I know if people really appreciate how hard it is to make something like this with all of the different styles.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It's tough. For me, I think the floor ones are I don't really fuck with the floor ones as much. There's only a couple out of like 50 that I would see. I would probably pick like 1 or 2 that I like. But what they did here at the beginning is they immediately launched like one. It was like 1.5 was like a lot of the floor ones, and then it crashed a little bit, and it teetered here for a very long time because they had a very long pre-reveal. And so I swing traded in this bin. I made, I think, either half an Ethereum or 1 Ethereum swing trading. I found an established resistance that I wasn't breaking, and an established support that I wasn't dropping below, and I just fucking sold here, bought back in here, and so I did it like 2 or 3 times. It was it's fucking insane.
nice.
And then they pumped up here, and I sold here. I sold the top, which is lit. And then and then the thing is, I used that liquidity and bought one that I liked, but it was really expensive, so I probably shouldn't have done that. So I didn't even like make that much money off of it. And since then, they teetered way lower than I thought. I never thought they would go below 0.4, but they did, in fact, drop to 0.26. And so this would be probably a good buying opportunity if you're looking to get into this project. What else? Okay, we have Evaverse. This is an NFT project that I called it fucking like in the summer or like the fall of last year at like a 0.03 floor for a long time. They're up at like 0.3 now, 0.25, 0.3, and they have a big announcement, I guess, happening today. But this was a couple days ago. They had some kind of Evaverse first battleground, and I actually don't think that was their big announcement. There was something they talked about yesterday, I believe. Let's see if I can scroll down a tiny bit and find it. That might have been it, actually. I don't know. They've got something coming, and it's always a good idea to sell news if you can, if you're looking for liquidity at least. Otherwise, hold. For me, I think we're gonna see about a gaming bull run soon. I don't think it's any kind of coincidence that Alex Becker has come out of hibernation. He only comes out when he's bullish on stuff, and he really only comes out when he's bullish on gaming stuff. We just saw Imposters, by the way. Did you hear about that?
Hell yeah.
Imposters by Elio Trades.
Yeah.
Um, dude, that shit is going wild right now. I don't
Yeah.
really have crazy thoughts on it. I don't know enough about the project. I do know about Elio Trades, and I know that this is his baby. Like, this is literally his baby. In the same way that Neo Tokyo is Alex Becker's. This play Imposters. This is, by the way, probably the best. I would say probably the best, most helpful content on YouTube, in my opinion. At least he's the one who taught me everything I know as far as strategy and mindset. That's more what I take. I don't really listen to his trades specifically because he's in a different ballpark than I am. He's making millions of dollars a year, and so I can't trade like he does. But his mindsets are really, really helpful.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a big fan of Elio. I think he's
Yeah.
a really, really smart dude, and he has a very I mean, he's been making crypto videos
Forever.
Like, and
Yeah.
so if there's anyone that knows anything about crypto,
Yeah.
it's him, and how everything pieces together as well, where there's gaps in the market. Like, that's the biggest, if you talk about Neo Tokyo, that's the biggest that's the biggest value that you're going to get from being in that ecosystem, is the network. It's the network effect of being surrounded by heavy hitters that were hand selected, free mint, but they had to apply like it was a fucking job interview
Yeah.
to get into this project.
Yeah, literally.
And what you get is you just get an NFT collection with some of the brightest and smartest and like people with a lot of cash, and that was the aim. And they've crushed it.
Yeah,
And,
they have. And Koi, how we talked Azuki, we mentioned Azuki a few minutes ago. Yes. If you want to scroll back down, I also have a full YouTube video on Azuki. I have multiple videos on Azuki actually on my channel. If you just type in Kate Bergman Azuki, I'm sure a couple of them will pop up. But here's my thoughts with Neo Tokyo. A lot of people are upset because they're like, oh, Bytes down. I don't even know if Bytes down, but Bytes down. Like, Neo Tokyo's not doing anything, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, when you buy into Neo Tokyo, he made this very fucking clear, by the way. I don't know why people are confused, but like, Neo Tokyo is there for networking. It's like, you literally, there's like 12 founders of massive companies that are holders that are just in Discord chatting. And I'm like, bro, that's why you're in this. Like, everyone in there is very smart with the gaming, especially. That was their main focus. And bro, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to gaming projects. That shit pumps hard. Like, all my gaming coins were up tremendously, and I took a lot of profit from my gaming coins recently, and I just kind of held it as cash because I didn't know if we're gonna go up or down, and we ended up teetering. And so I pulled out some to like live and like pay off shit and get ready for a potential move. But gaming projects, dude, those shits fucking pump so hard when they do, and then they drop off so hard when they don't. And it's like easy as fuck. You just identify 10 or 12 that are good, and you just like, all right, when it's down, I'll just buy some because it's gonna go back up at least to what it was at.
Yeah.
And so they're just talking about gaming, dude. And so it's a good place to be if you can afford it, at least.
Big time.
Yeah, 100%. There was, what was it? Imposters. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so OpenSea has been coming out with some announcements recently. They've got Solana is coming on to OpenSea, I guess. I don't know what's going to happen to Solana Art and Solsea. I'm not sure what happens now. But yeah, they brought in Solana, and I saw a lot of clown tweets saying, how the fuck are you going to onboard Solana when you could literally not even handle Ethereum projects, which is true, dude. Like, they really crash every time there's a big project. They suck. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking here. They're biting off more than they can chew, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But fuck, I mean,
I just like, I wonder if they're going to have a different fucking domain and complete like service system, and they're just going to, it'll be like linked, but they'll be like, it will just be, you'll have the Solana OpenSea and you'll have Ethereum OpenSea, and there'll be two different servers. Because like, you're right, like they can't run that much trading traffic from the same, the same kind of data stream. So yeah, I expect that'll be like that's what you'll see. You'll see it'll be solana.opensea.com, and then Ethereum, whatever. That's my kind of thinking.
Well, I bet Cody's excited. I'm sure. I think I saw a tweet with him. He was like, "Fuck yeah!" So that's gonna be interesting. So So yeah, that's whatever. We also have OpenSea partnering with CoinTracker for taxes. So that was a little bit too late. I clowned on them on Twitter yesterday or the day before about this. So fucking like, what are y'all doing, fam? Like, everyone already did their taxes. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the literal fuck are y'all doing? And so, yeah, they were too late on that. Taxes were an absolute bitch, and I still got audited. They were like, you still didn't do what you're supposed to do. So, whatever. So yeah, that was a bitch. And I talked, I didn't talk. I listened to a podcast with Graham Steffens. He was also talking about it. He was like, dude, what the hell? He goes, it was the hardest thing ever for my tax guy to figure out taxes for my crypto. He goes, no exchanges like did their shit right. Like no one like sent us a form with all our shit. Like you couldn't go on OpenSea and just like find all your trades. It was like you had to like input everything manually. It was just a disaster.
Absolutely.
And so everyone just kind of guessed. It was so funny looking at Twitter when taxes were being like a thing. Everyone was doing them. Everyone was like, well, I fucking hope I did that right, because if not, I don't know what else to say. All right. And we also have Board Yacht Club merch or something. Very polarizing story here on Twitter. I heard a lot of mixed opinions. I did hear a lot of people like them. I just, if you did, I really don't know what to tell you, man. This shit is ugly as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, yeah, like you said it yourself. Like they're very polarizing. People seem to love it. I'm looking at it and I'm like, especially look at the one on the left, man. Like that is fucking hell. Like
Bored to death is my exact answer as to what I think about this fucking clothing brand. And I don't know if they're trying to be a streetwear brand or not, but I hope not, because this shit is ugly. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's ugly. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is.
So in fairness, that is the only thing that I don't know why I actually vibe.
You like this?
Yeah, as I don't know why.
It reminds me of my club jersey from high school. It looks exactly like it.
It is like, yeah, it's kind of gross, but also that kind of, to be honest, like the soccer shirts are, at least in the UK, they're kind of like cool, like from a streetwear perspective at the moment. So
I mean, I like soccer jerseys too. I just think it's ugly.
Yeah, it is ugly. It is like undeniably ugly. But for that reason, I like it. I don't know. I think it's purely just because it's the ugliest thing on there.
I don't know. And here the thing is, like, there's not a single one I like here, which is wild, because like it's not like they have the craziest shit. It's a very simple brand. Like same with my stuff. Like simple, very simple.
Dude. So the one thing that, and this is like, not that I say I know much about fashion, but like I like fashion, and you know, the stuff that is fashionable is the stuff that is kind of like is subtle stuff. So the one hoodie there that had just a skull, the ape skull in the middle, just there, that to me is like, if I saw someone walking down the street and I saw that, I'd be like, fuck. And I don't need to have it all like across my goddamn wings,
right? Yeah.
So yeah.
It's also funny that this happened, because we have a good question here about VeeFriends merch. I did see the VeeFriends merch. My thoughts were the same. Shit is ugly as fuck, in my opinion. I don't know, and again, like, it's not like my shit's that different. It's just Joyage looks cool, dude. Like my logo's good, and the word Joyage looks cool on merch. I don't know. Like I'm not. I love Gary, but I'm not buying this shit. I'm sorry. This one's cool. I like this one. This little hold on. This one's fine. It's just very simple. This is the VeeFriends original logo. I'm down with that. I'm not buying a shirt that says loyal, that says chill, that says fucking genuine, motivate. Like that. That's not like, it. That's not it. I'm sorry.
So one thing I've been getting into in the last week that I've just have been popping up on my YouTube is one of the dudes that does like a Gary V impression. And
oh yeah, I love it.
Like, and it is like spot on. And it's just him being like, you know, TikTok. Yeah, you do content.
That guy's hilarious. That guy's
hilarious. So that's funny. All I think about. I'm like, why isn't there a TikTok hoodie? Like,
oh yeah. No, that's true, dude. Man, yeah. With the merch recently, it's been not so good. Yeah, not so good. I don't know. I think, I don't know if they hire people for their clothes, but if you don't have a sense for fashion, you need to find someone who does, and make sure you do that right, because fashion's important. You got to make sure people are proud to wear that. If it looks dumb and people aren't stoked to wear, like every time I look in my closet, I'm like so happy because my clothes, it all looks good. So I'm like, I could pick any of these shirts and be genuinely excited about what I'm wearing. And like, I'll pick certain shirts. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to wear this shirt in the video because it looks cool and it just reminds me of whatever. And that's why, like, that's just, you gotta have that. You gotta have that.
Yeah. You got to, man.
Hey, Todd's in the house catching a live podcast. Let's fucking go. Early in Australia. Damn, dude. Well, Thank you for being here. I appreciate that.
I know. I feel bad. It's like always like 4 or 5 a.m. over there, and yeah, it's so tough. It's so tough, like catching a US, Europe, and an Australian time zone at the same. It's impossible. It's like someone's getting up early or someone's staying up late, no matter what it is.
Yeah, 100%. Also, what is the Shiba mint like in 1 minute?
The Shiba mint is in 1 minute. Yeah.
Is that something we should mint like right then, right now, kind of thing?
Well, I'm like, it depends what you want to do, right? If you want to do this as like a flip trade, then the smart thing is to mint straight away.
Yeah.
And
but what do we list it at is the question.
Yeah, depending on gas. Like, so within my group, there's like we're looking at like what, like starting with like 1.2, 1.5, seeing what happens, and then just following up on trading.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do though, what's that?
13 seconds.
13 seconds.
Go to their Discord, guys. By the way, we're live minting Mutant Shiba Club. I think we have whitelist for that. Tom, I still don't know how the fuck you did that. Do you want to talk about Summit Club yet, or still want to hold off on that?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I give an update. So what I started a few weeks ago was a really like a small group, an alpha group of people just to get together and to be able to trade, called the Summit Club. And we've been doing that for the past few weeks now, which has been amazing. It's full of like project owners, experienced traders, and degens. And it's a lot of fun. It's just I wanted to have a place where I could, just like the Joyage Kingdom, come in and chat to people. And it'd been so long to have from having that. But yeah, just trying to help, like Cade says at the beginning of every show, we're just here to try and help people navigate this metaverse. And same thing with what we were trying to do. So yeah, right. Mint begins in 5 minutes. Let's have a look.
No, it begins now. It's 1 o'clock now.
Okay.
Oh wait, is that true? I'm getting unpredictable gas limit. Whatever that means.
Unpredictable gas limit.
Because that says 5 minutes ago. Mint starts in 5 minutes.
So I'm on Block Native. Gas seems pretty reasonable right now.
I'm gonna go to their OpenSea and just do it through the smart contract. By the way, if you guys don't know how to do that, I think in my video about, damn it, it was this week. There was a video I made to show you how to mint through a smart contract. It's actually really fucking easy. You just have to go to their OpenSea. Right. I mean, some people have minted already, so you can just go to their OpenSea that they have for their NFT project, go to their contract, and then you can just scroll down and click on the mint button and mint off the website, and you don't have to fight through like a website crashing or some bullshit happening. So let me see if I can pull that.
And so let me mint. Whilst we're doing, so we're the most important thing is obviously when you do this, you are minting through the right domain and the right website and the right contract. And the way you need to do that is just be diligent and check within. It has to be through the Discord, but double check, make sure that there aren't like weird activities going in there which might suggest that it's being taken over or like hacked and there's been something there. So just got to stay safe. When you're doing this stuff.
Yeah. So what you do is you go to their OpenSea from their Discord. Make sure it's the right one. Let's see. Hold on. They share the Etherscan link on their Discord. Oh, they did.
Yeah, they typically would. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. They did. Cool. Okay. Yeah, and so you get to their Etherscan. You scroll down. You click on contract. And then you go and click right. And then you click on, let's see where it has it. You want to do pre-sale mint. 0.16 for the price. Quantity 1. Max amount. Oh, is that for gas? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, maybe I don't know how to do this when there's a whitelist. Because when it's just a normal, public sale, you just have to type it in. Well, it's like asking me for certain things that I don't know. It's like proof. I don't know how to prove that I'm on the pre-sale. But normally, so on public sale, it's way easier because you literally just type in the mint price and then how many you want, you click done, and that's really it. But I guess I don't know how to do it if you're pre-sale because I don't know how to prove that. So let me see if I can go back to my MetaMask and see if it.
Mine's coming up with an error on gas as well.
Let's see. Connect, mint. Yeah, let's see their Discord. Let's see if anyone's freaking out on their Discord or not. And also, guys, for anyone who, oh yeah, it looks like everyone's having trouble, so no problem. You know what? Actually, if you're trying to do it right now, I would recommend disconnecting your wallet now,
Yeah.
just in case. It's always good to do that. Yeah, I would definitely disconnect just in case, because
that is very smart from Cade. Make sure that like it is the realities of our kind of the space that we're in at the moment is that there are a lot of bad customers out there trying to fuck people over, and you just got to be careful. The reality with these things is that,
oh my god, their Discord's freaking out right now.
Yeah, I can imagine it's freaking out. Yeah.
And I was gonna say also, if you're minting anything, I tell you right now, it is not the end of the world. It never is the end of the world ever. In any case, there's never the end of the world happening. Don't freak out. Don't be another futter freaking out, screaming, bloody murder. You're gonna be fine. If you, especially even if something goes wrong and you don't get to mint or whatever happens, relax. It's gonna be fine. You miss a mint here and there, you're fine. So don't be a person freaking out in here saying rug. Right? The people screaming rug. I'm like, they haven't gotten any money yet. Like, what do you mean rug? Like,
it is so funny because we know this from like being through this, seeing it happen.
Yeah,
it is like this was one of the things that I was really impressed with the Hate Mint. Like it was so seamless, so seamless, low gas, no like it was great. Everything worked seamlessly. They clearly put a lot of effort into things. The way it works, by the way, if you're wondering how projects do this, they typically projects will go through a series of audits for their smart contract in the week leading up to it. They'll try and get it audited by a couple of different vendors, and as many as like 3-4 times to make sure that it's been checked by a lot of people. Because when you're dealing with millions of dollars, it's really important that you make sure you know where those millions of dollars are going. But then there's the technical side of things, which, to be honest, like unless you've kind of worked and done those things before, it can there's a lot of potential trip ups. Especially when you're shunting all of a sudden you're getting a load of traffic to a site that hasn't been stress tested to that level yet. So this will be like 5,000 people flooding the site at one time. Huge amounts of stuff that could go wrong. But yeah, looks like at the moment they're just what happened. I don't know if Kate, you want to bring it up? I don't know if you want to bring it up on your screen and show what the error is coming up, but it says basically error gas like unavailable or something.
Hold on. People are freaking out that people have the people are saying like how are their NFTs on OpenSea so far. I don't know how many are up. 200. So it looks like this is probably from the team. It's flat 200. It's probably from the team.
That'll be the team's portfolio.
Mints are going now. Someone just said it's on. Let's see. Okay. Oh, they just tweeted. They just put it on their Discord. They just said
it's good.
It's good to go. Let's see.
All right, let's give it a go.
You're watching a live mint happen, folks. Dope.
That was a what we call a false start. And we're going to go for round 2. We've got the yellow card. We've got the yellow card, mate.
Here we go. Mint. Hey, $40. I'll take that. Whatever. What's going to happen? This project's going to go under mint. We're all going to be crying because the stupid 3 minutes of FUD. This project's going to go to 0. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. That's the mint right there. Boom. Did it work for you?
I'm literally about to press confirm right now. Just checking.
Guys, leave a like for good luck because I don't know what's going to happen here. We just dropped 0.16 ETH. That's like what, $300 or $400? $400 maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I had the OG roll, so I got to mint 2. So
damn, man got OG. Congrats.
So, yeah. So I was over a cool $1,000 US.
Damn. Hey, let's go. Mint some 1 of 1s. Yo, have you ever minted a rare, by the way, on any mint?
Super rare? No, mate.
No. I think I only had one. I mean, most of the time I sell pre-reveal anyway, but I bought a couple, what was it, Polygoons back in the day when they were popping more, and I
Yes.
minted that 1 of 1, and that was fucking insane. I literally held it because I was like, "Dude, I can't get rid of it." Like, I'd never have minted a 1 of 1. This is lit. I don't give a fuck what happens to this project. And I still, like, part of me is like, like, I kinda wish I'd sold it, but it's like, it's still really like, that was a insane feeling, by the way. Like, I've never in my life, and it wasn't even worth that much money, but I was getting some pretty good offers on it. But, like, dude, minting a 1 of 1 is a feeling like none other, and I still can't believe I did it. Pure
Dude,
luck, by the
yeah,
way.
like, but that was always such a shame for me because I really liked that, I really, really liked that collection.
Mhm.
And it was a shame that they weren't able to build. I thought it was cool. I thought the art was really cool.
Yeah.
And it was one of my first like full whitelists that I managed to get. And I won it in a first whitelist that I won in a giveaway.
Yeah.
Because it was a London artist. So I was like, I want to support London, whatever. Yeah, it just a classic example of not building enough hype. Simple. Like,
Yeah, they really just
okay.
didn't do enough, and they still haven't done much, honestly. Like, here's what's surprising about me with, like, art projects that are focused on that. Like, why the fuck have they not shipped out collectibles or of some sort? I'm like, I just don't get it. I'm like, what else are you here to do?
Yeah,
Like, the
yeah,
fuck? Like, everyone who has an art project similar to Antonym, where it's like a 3D thing, all of you should have a collectible like Antonym's doing, a real life collectible. I don't know what you're doing if you're not. It's like you're literally only hurting yourself. And it's like, well, we're gonna use the money to build the brand. I'm like, nothing will build the brand better than you shipping out collectibles. Nothing. Not a single thing will ever beat that.
yeah.
And so I don't know what they're doing, dude. I'm sitting here. I'm like, bro, I paid like $1,000 for a Bungie, and I still don't have like a collectible. It's like, oh well, if you buy this other NFT, you can get the collectible. It's like, why do I have this one then? You know what I mean? And it's just like it's so frustrating. So
Yeah, dude.
I'm honestly disappointed with a lot of NFT projects. I'm really disappointed with how they've kind of gone about things. I know it's not always about bringing more and always like delivering back, but they haven't done enough, in my opinion. A lot of projects.
Maybe this would be good like next week to talk about like just chatting about like what exactly if we think about what aren't they doing, what project. And I don't know, I'm not afraid to like name and shame. I say this in my daily. I think people need to be held accountable, especially when you're dealing with thousands and thousands of dollars of people's hard-earned cash. You have to be held accountable. It's that's all it is. Big up, Andres.
Yeah. Hell yeah, interest. Well, look, if there's any other last questions, we're probably gonna peace out of here. That was fun. That was our first mint together. Hopefully we do well. No clue how that's gonna go.
No clue.
But wait, let's check out their OpenSea like right now. Let's just see where it's at. Imagine if
So
wait, I forgot to list it. I didn't even list it. Have you listed yet?
Mine hasn't come through into my account yet. I don't even know how to.
Oh, okay.
But like yesterday when I meant to.
Oh my god, the floor is 1.2.
Yeah, I know.
People are selling. Oh my god, someone sold one for 0 by accident. Okay, so a lot are selling at 0.5, 0.6. A lot of people have made a 4x so far.
How do we get to ours?
What do you mean?
Like, where is mine? Why isn't mine in my?
It's probably gonna just take us. Oh my god, there's only one listed, and it's for 1.2. I think if you just go to your OpenSea. Hold on. Let me see if it's there.
Oh yeah,
sometimes it'll take a few minutes.
There's a load. So there's load listed, but they're like at point. Yeah, I think everything's just.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it going over 1. That I would be very shocked if it did. I just I don't know. I don't think it'll ever get over 1. It's my opinion. I got it. I just got it.
Price is at 0.49. So people trying to just like offload this. A lot of people snapping these up.
I'm just trying to figure out if we're gonna see a run up soon, or if this is the run up. Like, is the run up right now, or is it about to run up? And
yeah,
I don't know.
Honestly, I have no idea because I've tried to like follow different projects. They've all got different kind of like levers to them. This one has got a very different one because this is a project that hasn't been pushed by influencers. Yeah. So that means the hype that they've had on like Twitter within their Discord was closed up until recently. Just different kind of like levers being pulled on this. So
yeah, I don't know, man. I want to list this right now. I just don't know what to put it at. This sucks, dude. This is the part where like it doesn't matter who you are, you're guessing in mints like this. No one fucking knows what we're doing here. Some projects like this could be the top. Point 0.5 could be the top, and I would not be surprised. But it also we could be seeing this run up to like 1. I just don't know because I'm like, who the fuck is gonna buy this for 1 ETH? Like that's just my question. I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna list this at I think point 0.55. I feel like that's low, but also like I just don't see it going higher than that. I'm gonna roll with 0.55. Proof.
0.55.
Oh shit, hold on. 0.55. There's my proof. If I sell it, lit. If it runs up, then fuck me. But I just don't see it happening. So that's you're seeing my live. Man, $25 just to list this bitch? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, fuck you, OpenSea. If I was using LooksRare, it'd be cheaper.
Literally sitting on a potential like 3. He's worried about $20. Like,
bro, I was sitting there and I called fucking Prime or GNC and I was like, "Yo, why did I just get charged $10 for shipping when you said it was gonna be free?" And I was like on the phone for like an hour waiting because it was like I was on hold for $10 for shipping, bro. Because I was like, it says free shipping on the website. What the fuck? $10, bro. That's not even gas. And like, it's just so different when you think about NFTs versus real life. It's just not the same. Also, here's a project that's recently run up that's very random. Is the Feline Fiends project? Have you kept up with that project at all?
What's Feline Fiends?
Yeah. That project is like randomly pumping all the time. It'll just pump up and it'll come back down, and pump up and come back down, and it makes no sense. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it, and it's just like, what are y'all doing? And me and Devin minted at like 0.05, I think, and then sold a couple for profit, bought back in at like 0.08, and it just pumped up to like 0.2 almost, I think, this morning. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, this is where I'm so confused as to what's going on because it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
it's just pumping out of nowhere for no reason. And I'm down with it. It's just like I wish I could figure out why shit's happening. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you.
It's wild that we have the most people in here when we're literally doing nothing. The fuck, dude? Why are y'all here? I'm just kidding. No, it's great. Oh man, I tried to sell the top, and I guess did my sale not go through? I thought I listed it at 0.17. Okay, I guess not. But yeah, this is an example of swing trading. It's pretty much the support is about 0.1 right now, and it was like 0.07 the other day, but now it's at 0.1, and the resistance is hitting is about 0.19, 0.2. And so what you could do is buy a 0.1, wait for a pump up to 0.2, and sell for a 0.1 profit. That's an example of swing trading that you could do. It's definitely high risk, I would say, but that's the reality. If you're in NFTs, you're in a literal casino.
Big time.
So yeah. Anyways, my camera's about to die. I think we're gonna pop out of here. We appreciate everyone being in here. Tom, thanks for being here, guys. If you haven't liked the video, so click the like button. It turns gold now. It's instead of blue, it's lit. Subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom, follow Tom on everything. All his links are down below in the description. If you made it to the end, code word is gonna be mutant for good luck for us because I'm praying to God we make some money off this project. That'd be awesome. 2 months of rent paid if I sell this for 0.55. Lit. Awesome.
Exactly. Right. That's what you got to think about.
All right. Hey, thanks everyone for being in here. He said, play off other people's emotions with swing trading. Price, that is exactly right, fam. All right. Yeah, shit. Thank you for being here. Follow us on Twitter. Follow the Discord, the Summit Club, Joyage Kingdom, all that shit. Until next time, continue on your Joyage. Continue to learn. And be grateful you're alive watching this video. Where's my graphic? Bye.